Washington football team entered the Week 10 matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as 10-point home underdogs. After a 29-19 win over the defending Super Bowl champions, there are going to be mixed emotions but reasons to be optimistic overall. 1. The Washington football team closed out the game with a 19-play drive that took 10:55 off the game clock and ended in an Antonio Gibson touchdown. Leaving just 29 seconds on the game clock for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, the drive essentially won the game in what will be called one of the biggest upsets of the 2021 season. However, it's not the longest recorded drive in NFL history. That record still resides in Tennessee when the then Oilers constructed a 13-21 drive against the Dallas Cowboys in 1997. 2. In their first game without Montez Sweat, WFT's defense was able to generate some easy pressure and looked to be playing better in the back half of the unit as well. All of this helped get the team 2 first-quarter takeaways and contributed to a 16-6 lead at halftime. The momentum of the first half bled over to the second, and the team ultimately finished with no sacks, but held Brady to an 85 quarterback rating, and allowed just 53 yards rushing on 13 runs. 3. J. D. McKissic and the tight ends were a focal point of Washington's offense this week. After having 3 touches for 17 yards in the first half, the running back finished with 6 touches, gaining 39 yards in the process. In total, between the running backs and tight ends, they accounted for 56% of Washington offensive production in Week 10. 4. Washington head coach Ron Rivera was 12-6 against Tampa Bay in his time leading the Carolina Panthers. Times and locations have changed obviously, but the results remain mostly the same as Rivera improved to 13-6 after this week's win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 5. Taylor Heinicke's fan support really took off following his 306-yard passing performance in the 2020 wild-card round in an 8-point loss to the Bucs. It looks like fans will get a full season of Heinicke before the team realistically looks at their quarterback options, and after his 271 yards of offense and touchdown throw with no turnovers, perhaps the supports will cautiously grow behind him once again. 6. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers entered Week 10 in the top 10 of most penalized teams in the NFL, and ranked second in penalty yards with 580. Before there was an offensive snap in the game, Bucs tight end O.J. Howard was flagged for a false start,